Hi, I'm Annika. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my studio, Santosha. This is Bodhi and Blue. The dogs do yoga with me. Of course they do. If you're new to yoga, just take it as it comes. Do what you can, don't do what you can't. Just listen to your body. Just give it a bash, right? You're just sitting down, breathing, resting, taking some time out for you. So let's begin on our mat in child's pose. Take the knees apart, sit your bum back on your heels and extend the hands forward. Forehead comes down to the mat. Just reach forward and lengthen through the body. And just start to breathe for me. Notice that space in between your eyebrows, connected to your mat, your third eye, the seat of your intuition. When you're quiet enough, you'll receive some guidance. But who's doing the guiding? Take an inhale and just fingertip the hands over to the left. Maybe right hand comes on top of left, and just turn the cheek a little. And breathe. Press back with that right sit bone. Slowly walking the fingers over to the opposite side. Left hand on top of right. Coming back through center. On your next inhale, slowly rising up onto all fours. Just curl the toes under, knees are hip width apart. Spread the fingers for me. Take your wrists right under your shoulders. Drop your belly, lift your nose. Take an inhale. Exhale, push the mat away, suck belly button in, tilt your tailbone under, tuck your chin. And again, inhale, drop your belly, stick your bum out, nose to the sky. Maybe externally rotating your elbows, trying to find every available piece of space to journey and explore and flow into. Maybe release the toes as you press up. And you're noticing in the body where the resistance is, where the flow is stopping, where you're holding on energetically, because the body is just one giant mirror for your life. It'll tell you so much. All your ailments can point you to things to work on emotionally. It's just a big signal, a big mirror. When you're ready, just walking the hands forward and lowering the chest all the way down, the belly down to your mat. Just release the hands in front, elbows underneath your shoulders, into Sphinx pose. A nice gentle back bend. Start to press the toes into the mat. Squeeze your thighs and press the elbows, the forearms into your mat. Drop your chin. So you release the back of your neck. Nice soft breathing. In through the nose, out through the nose. Good. Slowly lowering down. Draw the hands underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the elbows in, and on an inhale, push into the feet, push into the hands, and slowly start to rise a little higher. Elbows are still a little bent. Exhale, slowly lower down. Squeezing those elbows in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come all the way up a little higher and see if you can hold here into cobra. Knees, elbows can be bent, knees, feet pressed into the mat. Now curl the toes under, take the hips all the way back to the heels, child's pose. Take a deep exhale. Inhale, come forward, come all the way down. Release the toes. Inhale, curl toes, press hips up and back, child's pose. So follow your breath, take 4 rounds, just moving and breathing. Inhale. Exhale, how slow can you go? Inhale up. Exhale back. Next time you're down, stay down. Release the hands long in front of you, extending them forward. Take the feet hip width apart, toes pressed into the mat on an inhale. Just lift the upper body, lift the hands. Gaze forward, you're engaging the lower back here. Pressing the toes into the mat, exhale, lower down. Inhale, come back up. Pressing. Exhale, lower down. This time on an inhale, just float the feet. Just rest your head down, float the feet. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale. Exhale, lower. This time hands and feet into locust. So fly, fly. Slowly start to curl the heels towards the bum. See if you can reach the hands behind. Grab hold of the feet. Or you can grab your pants, whatever you want. Inhale, press the feet. Slowly floating shoulders, floating knees off your mat, gaze forward. Into bow pose, Dhanurasana. Kick your feet a little harder. You'll feel a nice release. Tops of your knees, tops of your thighs. Whatever you can get out of this shape. Slowly, slowly release. Hands under the shoulders. Press back up onto all fours. And all the way back to child's pose. Take 5 breaths here in child's pose. Slowly rise onto all fours. Reposition yourself in tabletop. Extend your left leg behind. Press the toe down into the ground. Push back through the heel. You can shake your head a little side to side. Just release a little. Take an inhale, float that leg. So float it parallel to the ground. Flex the foot, nice strong leg. Drop that hip just a little. Good, take it all the way diagonally out to the right. Gaze over your shoulder at that toe. Press the toe into the ground. Push back with the heel. And bring shoulder and hip towards each other. So you get a nice release down this left hip, IT band. And breathe. Good, float the leg all the way behind. Extend your right hand out, gaze to your fingertips. So two opposite directions of the body, reaching forward, reaching back with the foot. On the inhale, bring them two together, elbow, knee, midline of the body. Suck up, lift up like a little ball. Exhale, extend long. Breath, gently in through the nose, out through the nose. If you can make that ocean sound, that ujjayi breath. Same sound in, same sound out. Like you're fogging a mirror sound. This will build energy in the body. Good, hold out. Next time you're out, hold there. Maybe curl the heel in, reach the hand behind. See if you can hold the outside of the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Maybe gaze over the shoulder. Opens out the shoulder. It's working that quad. Notice in your body where you feel it. Good, slowly, slowly release the hand back to the front. Extend the leg long, extend the fingers long. Place the hand down, place the foot down and just rotate 90 degrees to the side of your mat. Walk the hands around. Your left foot is planted. I'll come over here. Shoulders right above the wrist, cat-cows here. Good, cat-cows. Inhale, exhale. Slowly, slowly walk the hands in and come on up. Reach the hands high above the head. Interlace the fingers, press the palms to the sky. Good, exhale, take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders together. Gaze up, a little shoulder squeeze, back bend. Slowly release. Bring one hand on the long leg, other hand up high, and extend all the way over to the left. Gaze at your hand. Good, releasing down the side here. Release the hand all the way down to the floor and extend up and over left hand. Good, try to revolve open a little bit. Come on up and bend into that left knee. Turn the toes to the back of the mat. Take a little lunge into that left knee. You can rest elbow on the knee, turn the palm up, reach up and over. So now really getting into the inside thigh. Release the hand all the way down to the floor. This time rotate the leg and maybe float it. Just reach straight up. Breathe, gaze up. Good, release the foot down, release the hand all the way down. Take that quarter turn back to the top of the mat. Float the leg, then replace it. Tabletop. You've been on that right knee, so just a few cat-cows to release. Coming on to neutral, tabletop. Extending, right leg out behind this time. Press back into the heel. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. Relax the head. Good, inhale, extend the leg. Floating it off the floor, pressing up, and just drop that right hip a little. Take it diagonally behind, push the toe into the ground, and turn the shoulder towards the hip. You're looking back at that foot. Just feeling that release in your IT band. I think Blue's gone senile. He's outside the front door barking. Aren't we all going bloody senile? What is senile? It's just not thinking the way others are thinking. Good, slowly, slowly. Come back to center, release the foot up and back. Extend the heel back and now float those left fingers forward. Gaze to those fingers. Try to lengthen forward and extend back. Long line. Inhale, elbow, knee, connect. Midline of the body. Suck up and lift up. Exhale, extend and expand. Good. Inhale, together. Exhale, expand. Inhale, come on in. Exhale, curling the heel in. Take the arm all the way around, see if you can connect with your foot. Kick the foot into the hand, look over your shoulder. Get a bloody good stretch in there. Now he's upstairs barking outside the other front door. Slowly, slowly release, extend the leg back and take a quarter turn to the other side. Walk the hands around. Cat-cow right here. Pressing the toe into the mat. Cat-cows. And slowly, when you're ready, take an inhale, walk the hands in towards the knee and rise on up. Take the arms out and up, interlace the fingers, press them up, gaze up. And your toe, the other toe, supporting leg, toes tucked under for better stability. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, press them down, gaze up. Relax. Rotate the shoulders up and back. Take the hand out and up. Right hand slides down the long leg. Come on over. And breathe. So releasing to gate pose. One hand comes down by the side. Other hand up and over. Reach, reach, reach. Try to revolve the body open a little bit more. Inhale, come on up. Bend into that right leg. Just rotate the heels, so toes pointing to the back. Dip in. Left hand up and over. Right hand on the knee. So just getting a nice deep groin stretch, inside thigh stretch. Slowly, slowly release left hand to the floor, right hand up and over. Actually, just take the right hand straight up, maybe float that right foot. Relax the hand down, relax the foot down, rotate back to the top of the mat. Float the leg and then bring it in onto all fours. Bring the knees together. Release the toes, sit back on the heels for a second. Good, roll the shoulders up and back, forwards. A couple of times to the back. Coming up onto the knees, curling the toes under, taking the knees hip width apart. Bring the hands onto the hips. Draw the elbows, I was like shoulders, I forgot the body part. Bring the elbows together, fingers point down. Take an inhale, look up, press forward with the hips for camel. If it's available to you and you can reach the heels, reach back to the heels, push the hips forward, look up. Open out the heart, open out the throat. And if your neck hurts, just come back to neutral neck, just gaze forward. Just going to take 5 breaths. Keep pressing the hips forward. Slowly, slowly making your way out the way you got in. One hand to the hip, other hand to the hip. Slowly, slowly release the toes. Draw the body forward, crown of head as close to the knees as you can on the floor. Reach behind, grab the heels. Start to lift the hips. It's called rabbit pose, and it's the counter pose to your camel. So I want you to try and lift the tailbone up to the sky. You're holding on to your heels for some resistance, and you'll feel that in the sacrum area. Slowly, slowly release. Draw the legs out in front. Stamp the feet into the mat. Take the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Bring the hands behind you. Take an inhale, puff out your chest, and exhale, just windshield wiper in time to your breath. Inhale through center. Exhale onto your other hip. So nice hip mobilization here. Good, releasing the legs long in front of you. Just maybe grab your flab from your sit bones, root yourself in, take an inhale, reach up and exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands onto the shins. Might be a bit stiff right now in the hamstrings, so inhale, lift up, exhale, fold in. Take 5 breaths here. We'll come back here after we've worked a little bit more into the back side of the body. And we'll just see how we feel a little later in this same shape. Slowly, slowly rise. Crossing the ankles into the body, making your way into downward facing dog. Take the hips high. Press back. Paddle out your heels. Come onto the toes, bend the knees, step forward. Take hold of opposite elbows and just rest your hands inside. Dangle. Soften one knee. Take elbows to opposite knees. Let the hands fall down to the floor in front of your toes, and on an inhale, left hand reaches high. Bend into your right knee a little so you can open up a little more. Maybe rotate the wrist. Poor Blue. It was just looking at the door. Bring it down. Hopefully it doesn't happen to us. Gaze up, other side. Rotate your wrist. Draw it down, halfway lift, hands onto the shins, gaze forward. Draw the shoulders back, stick your butt out. Flat back, exhale, fold in. Good, and again, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, step the right foot back, drop down to the back knee. Keeping your toes curled under. Inhale, come on up. Bring the palms together. Draw the hips forward. Exhale, open out to a little back bend. Draw the shoulders together, gaze up, spread the fingers. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, open out to the right. Left hand reaches forward, right hand reaches back, gaze over the shoulder. That back hand finds the thigh, left hand reaches up and over, a little revolved twist. Good, release your twist, hands reach forward and back. Inhale, come back to center, palms touch. Open out, a little back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, open out the other way. Notice how your balance has to shift. Hand comes down, reach up and over this way. Inhale, hands back to center, exhale. Bring them down to frame the front foot and shift the hips back into Hanumanasana, half split. So walk the hands back, curl the toes up, Just making sure your bum's off your heel, so you don't want to be down here, you want to be up. Then inhale the chest to flat back. Slowly draw the body forward, gazing at your big toe. Tilt your tailbone back and up. And breathe as we open up the hamstrings, back of the thighs. Good, just hanging out here. Nowhere to go. Good, walk forwards. Press that front foot into the ground. Left hand down, right hand high into dragonfly. Maybe back toe curls under, float that back leg. Taking the hand behind, gaze behind. Inhale, hand comes up and over to the front. Hand comes down, walking the hands all the way around to the side. Bring the toes around with you, parallel with the sides of your mat. Hands underneath the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Crown of head towards the ground. On an inhale, left hand reaches high to the sky. Maybe bringing the hand into the back of the right hip, a little bind. Slowly release, bring the hand back down underneath the nose. Inhale, other hand reaches high to the sky. Pressing down through that left hand. Maybe finding a little wrap, open out the shoulder. Little opening up a little bit more. Slowly, slowly release. Walking the hands all the way back to the front of your mat. Step the back foot in about 2 feet into pyramid pose, both toes pointing forward. Take an inhale and slowly draw the hips back, front leg, little micro bend in there. And now gaze at your knee. Relax your head. It's a hamstring stretch in that front leg. Walk the weight forward, float the back leg, standing split. Draw the body in towards the thigh. Do 3 curtsy squats for me. We're going to bring the back leg down, the back foot to touch the ankle, calf. Inhale, reach it up to standing split. Exhale, curtsy dip. Inhale. One more time. Good. Step the other foot in to join the foot on the ground. Bend the knees. Sink the hips. Chair pose. Come on up. Good. Raising the hands. Picking up all 10 toes. You're sitting in a chair. How does that feel? Tailbone nice and heavy. Bring the hands to the heart. Take a little twist out to the right. Press the hands down, gaze up, and just draw that left knee back a little. It likes to ride forward, maybe open out the wings. Inhale, come back to center, but stay low. Bring hands to heart, twist opposite side. Gaze up, press the hands down. Draw that right knee back in a little and maybe open the wings. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll do one more time. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step that back foot down, right foot, drop down to the knee. Curl the back toe under, and on an inhale, rise on up. Reach up, draw the hips forward. This time, palms are together. Bring the thumbs into the back of the neck and open up, a little back bend. Breathe. Inhale, reach the hands up, and exhale, open out to the left. Take the gaze to the back thumb, and you're adjusting, your body's constantly adjusting its balance. Kind of like we're trying to do in our lives, find that balance point in our days. When do we get out of balance? When we focus too far ahead or stay too far in the past. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, that'll knock you off balance straight away. Open out to the right. Good, bring the back hand down, reach hand up and over. Release, inhale back to center, twist the other side. Open out, back hand comes down, reach up and over. Good, come back to center, reach up, exhale, hands come down, frame the front foot, shift the weight back. Curl the toes up, half split, Hanumanasana. Always option to take full split if that's in your practice. Once you find your shape, now try to lift up the chest, exhale, fold. Just make sure your bum is off your heels. You're going to feel that. Aiming to feel it in the hamstring. Breathe. Gaze at your knee. Good, walk the hands forward. Right hand stays down, left hand opens out to dragonfly twist. Maybe you float that back leg. See if that works for you. Take the hand behind, gaze over your shoulder. Inhale, bring it all the way up to the front. Reach, reach, reach. Look at those fingertips. Bring the hand down to the floor, walk across to the side of your mat, bring the toes around with you. Forward fold. Take an inhale to lengthen, exhale, walk the hands over to the right shin. Draw the body in. Slowly walk over opposite side. Good, release back to center. Slowly start to turn the toes, walking the hands around to the top of the mat, step the back foot in about 2 feet. Both toes pointing the same direction. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, draw that left hip back and fold over that front leg, pyramid pose. Coming back to those hamstrings. The back, the past, all held, that energy creates tightness in the back side of the body. So if you're stiff back there, what in the past could you look at and maybe look at differently and begin to let it go a little bit? Bend into that front leg, kick up, standing split. Can you look at something that's happened in your life differently and kind of think about it, process it, feel it, and then maybe just let it go. It's done. Some things we like to hold on to because it gives our current life meaning, gives us an excuse to be pissed off or stuck, not moving forward because this happened to me. Like victim mode, right? Doesn't serve any of us. We have to create the life that we want, create the moments that we want. Slowly release the foot down, bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Exhale, fold in, peace fingers binding the big toes. Just toe heel your feet hip width apart if they're not hip width apart. Bind those big toes, take a halfway lift, look out, try to find length, exhale, fold in. Look at your knees. Pick the tailbone up, suck your belly button in and pull up on those toes. Padangusthasana, big toe hold. Take 5 breaths, 5 more. I think we get lost when we try to create too much, too far ahead in the future. It's too much. Brings in too many variables. Slowly release, walk onto the palms, toes to the crease of your wrists. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold, 5 breaths. Pick up the tailbone. Breathe, relax the head. So what if we could stay within these moments right now, like life is happening now? That's all that's real, right? It's done in the past. It hasn't happened in the future. So how is about focusing and controlling on what's going on right now? Slowly release the hands, toe heel the feet to the outside of your mat. Toes point out, hips come down, yogi squat, malasana. Take your feet wide enough so that you can get your heels down on the ground. Bring your hands to heart and just drop your head. So this is really great for the hips. You can bring a block and stick it under your bum if that feels better for you, right? So there's not quite so much compression in the hips. You could put it on its side, put it on its end and come here. So again, always options, right? Maybe bringing the hands down to the floor, palms facing up, drop your head, Raja, Malasana, that is a position of surrender. Can we start bringing our attention to surrendering to each moment, like waking up and what's my life today? What would I like to create in my life today? So you're not reacting to what it is, but you're actually trying to create a version of life that would really make you feel bloody great. Sounds super easy, huh? So why the hell aren't we all doing it? Because it takes practice and focus to observe the thoughts that create our reality, right? Where the attention goes, the energy flows. So if your thoughts are all over the place because you drank coffee, or all over the place because you're full of anxiety because you drank bloody coffee, your life's going to be all over the place. Slowly, slowly sit down on your bum. Bring the soles of the feet together. Open them like a book. Elbows into the crease of your knees and just press down, drop the head. Right? It all starts with the thoughts. A thought says, okay, let me check my phone first thing in the morning, and how does that work out? Right? Or that thought could say, hang on, maybe I put my left hand on my heart, my right hand on my belly, and just check in with myself. How am I feeling today? My goodness, how lucky am I today to have woken up? What are 3 things in my life I am grateful for? How do you think those thoughts open the gates for the day ahead? Or you could check your cell phone, get a text from work or from somebody telling you some bad news or something irritating you, and how do you think your day is going to flow? Slowly rise and open the legs into a wide straddle. So I'm giving you these examples to show you how quickly, take an inhale, reach up, exhale, fold forward, halfway lift, exhale, fold, a little deeper, drop the head, breathe, relax the feet. So I'm telling you this so you see how quickly your day can flow in a direction that you don't want it to, all led by your thoughts. Where the attention goes, the energy flows. The only thing you have control over is your actions, your response to things. So if you can make choices that allow you to observe yourself a little deeper, some quiet moments in your day if it's hectic, just coming back, plugging in to your center, to your source. It sounds so easy, but we live in a world that's constantly competing for our attention, constantly competing to sell us something. If it can make us read an ad, we might click that ad and buy something, taking our attention. Slowly, slowly rise, constantly competing to take ourselves away from ourselves. Slowly, slowly bring the soles of the feet together in a diamond this time. So extend the heels out so you make a diamond shape like on a deck of cards. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slide the palms under the calves, palms facing up. Draw the body in, maybe take another inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold, release the head. Slowly, slowly slide the hands out, extend the legs long. Take an inhale, reach the hands up, and exhale, fold in. If you can bind the peace fingers onto the big toes or just grab your ankles, your shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, noticing this time how much deeper you can get into your forward fold. So my message today is a few-fold about life and flowing, and that flow being a dynamic flow of observing your thoughts, surrendering to the moments, going with the flow, observing where you try to hold on and control, trying to release control a little bit. Just create some space. See how it encourages a little more flow. Go with the flow. For the ego, for the mind, the most frightening thing would be to let go, because if the ego keeps you safe, the ego establishes who you are in the world, right? I am this, I am that. That's your security, your thoughts about who you are. But what if you're deeper than that? What if there's more to you than just the ego? So to let go totally is like a death of the ego. There lies the resistance to surrender. Slowly rise, gently making your way down onto your back, hugging the knees to the chest. Oh, that should feel really good. Maybe extend the legs to the sky. Slide the hands up the inside of the thighs, taking hold of the outside edge of the feet. Draw the knees outside the armpits. Heels, feet pointing to the sky. It's called Happy Baby. Now try to press your tailbone down towards the ground. Slowly, slowly release. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a squeeze. Maybe making a little side to side, or maybe even a circle around the sacrum, the lower back, like a clock face, passing each number. That feels really good. Noticing anywhere in the lower back that feels a little tight. Switching directions. Coming back to center, holding the left knee, just squeezing the left knee in, just extend the right leg all the way down to the floor. Point the toe, squeeze that left knee in. And you could try extending the leg to the sky. If you're still super stiff, just slide that bottom leg in a little. You can bend the knee, extending your left foot to the sky. Just interlace your fingers behind the thigh. Point flex the toe. Maybe rotate the ankle. So your choice here, you could take your left fingers and bind the fingers around the big toe. Just get a nice hamstring release, whatever works. Then release that heel, squeeze the knee back into the chest, extend the leg long, and open out to the side. Take your right hand onto your right hip just to anchor you down a little so you don't fall over to the side. Just opening out, inside groin. Breathe. Inhale, pass that knee through center, switch hands, and draw the knee all the way across to the right side for a spinal twist. Open out the left hand like an aeroplane wing, palm facing up and gaze. over to the left. And if that's at all uncomfortable on your lower back, just draw the other knee, draw the bottom knee up to the side as well. Feel into your body and feel what works and what doesn't work. So you're not trying to look like the shape, but feel like the shape. Honoring your body, respecting your body, looking after your body. Slowly, slowly release. Coming back to center, hugging both knees to the chest. Take a deep inhale and exhale the left leg long down to the ground. Oh, there we go. Hug the knee in. Maybe extend the toe to the ceiling, interlace your fingers behind the thigh. Point flex the toe, rotate your ankle. You can slide that bottom leg up if it makes it a little less stiff feeling. You could bind the big toe if you like. Just have a play. Good, draw the heel down and open out. The right knee to the side, left hand just anchoring your hip. Good, gaze over your shoulder. Inhale through center. Take it over to the other side for a little spinal twist. Open out. The right hand, palm up. Slowly, slowly release and find final resting shape. Take a soft inhale, soft exhale. Just feel into your body. Breathe in some air. Touch fingertips to thumb. Maybe a little life in your ankles. Maybe extending your hands overhead for a good morning stretch. And drawing the knees in to the chest. Slowly finding your way onto your side. Oh, Bodhi. Take a breath, and when you're ready, press yourself to cross-legged, seated position to seal in our time together. Oh, is it time to end, Bodhi? Bring the hands to the heart. Take a deep inhale and exhale it out through the mouth. And again, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Just bow the head down to you, deep down in there, your greatest guide. If you simply plug in to that, plug into your source and the source beyond that, things will flow. Thank you always for practicing with me today. Namaste. Okay, well done.